Green means go. Stream is on. Let's do a very, very quick systems check. Things have been going well lately, so I suspect. Yep, it thinks I'm live. Give it a second. Yep, Twitch is good. And YouTube is always confused with the title of the stream. I don't know what it's doing. And I'll just refresh on TikTok. Should be going. Yeah, I'm live. Oh, I'm live. Yeah, there he is. He's live. He is here. He's doing things. Can I do stuff on my live feed page? Not really. Okay, I can change video settings. I can't do any weird, cool stuff. I don't think. Is there like a live studio? Live center? Oh, live studio is the app. Don't want that. Creative tools. Live center. Let's see what that does. Is that a thing I can click stuff on? Doesn't look like it, no. Real-time performance. Is that right now? Oh, it is. Hello, it's me. I'm live and I've... Okay. Live content. Phone club. Subscription. So I can enable subscriptions on TikTok. That's interesting. I should have to look into that. Maybe that's something I should enable. But I don't want to just enable it and not understand exactly what I'm enabling. I'm looking for something in particular. I'm not just clicking through randomly, I swear. And it doesn't appear that the thing I'm looking for is in this particular thing, which is fine. We shall continue without it. And yeah, we're live. Everything's working as far as I can tell. Had a funny day today, actually. First off, I put my Milo in a keep cup, as many people might have suggested last week or last stream, just a couple of days ago, actually. I had a hot Milo and it kept going in my mustache. So I got a keep cup with a little sippy bit. I don't know, it's hard to... Well, I did make a mess of it, so I need to clean up the top of it now. But yeah, that way I can actually drink it. And this one keeps stuff hot for a long time. So I don't have to chug to get it when it's warm. Yeah, we did election today in Australia. So the election is on the weekend, but my wife and I went and voted. And it was a nice moment of inclusivity, I think. Because without getting into any extra details, my wife uses a walking stick, and I'm usually with her when we're out and about, and you know, that kind of stuff. And we joined the back of a queue that looked to be 20 minutes, half an hour long, maybe. And we decided, you know, I said to my wife, make sure you bring your stick with you because we might be, you know, standing in a line for a little while. I just want to make sure you're as comfortable as possible, that kind of stuff. And the workers that were there immediately saw that my wife has a walking aid or a mobility aid and said, oh, you can come straight to the front. And we just went straight in, did our voting. We were gone in 5 minutes. It was fantastic. So, yeah, it was just a nice, unexpected moment today. And I thought it was a lovely representation of democracy. And the cat has just jumped on my desk right in front of me. Say hello, Juice. You have to pay the cat tax. There he is. Meow. You can't see his special collar. soon as I try to move him, yeah. There's his little bow tie on the side there. Oh, he's beautiful. Come you. This isn't a cat place. My desk. Okay, you can sit there. I've got a stool next to my desk where the kids normally sit when we're hanging out, if we're doing stuff here. You could be my fur child. It's just, he's found something to stare at. Typical cat behavior. So, today, the stream, the Minecraft. Let's jump all over to Minecraft. It has thoroughly loaded in now, so I think we're playing okay. And what are we doing today? Well, I've been a little bit busy as much as I can this afternoon. Cat behavior. Yes, my cat. So I'll show again. This guy right here decided that my desk right now was the perfect place to be. And then I put him on a spot, and he just sat there and stared at a spot over there somewhere, as if there was something there in the room, in the space between realms. So we've got a creeper farm that I built. Let's go have a look at it. There it is, big old eyesore. That's the creeper farm. Now, I double-checked the video that I followed, and I built 2 layers of spawning. Let's just do free cam up there. And we've got 1 and 2 spawning platform layers. It's sort of hard to see when I do this. It's just it's all kind of the same. That's the top one. That's the bottom one. And the guy in the video actually did 3. So I'm thinking I'm going to do 4. Yes, he does want to be the star, Japan. How do I get out of this? There we go. Okay. And so I think I want to do a couple of extra levels on that. So that's going to take a lot of wood for the, what's it called? For the trapdoors. So I did a bit of tree chopping. We've got lots of logs. And I've got lots of stone ready to go for all of the slabs and all the stair blocks and all that kind of stuff. What you doing? I'm just going to call you... Wow, that's... Oh, Mamma Mia, here we go again. Okay, that's a cool name. We are going to add a bit to the creeper farm. The idea being that more spawning platforms will mean more things can spawn. And maybe we'll do a little bit of like a cave lighting. I'm not sure if that's particularly important. I did light up down here to make sure that's all lit up. Mia is fine. Okay, no worries. So yeah, the more we can light up caves, the less other mobs can spawn, which will make the creeper farm work a bit better. I'm not 100% sure how much that's going to be necessary, because I spent an hour or 2 mining and chopping today, and we've got, okay, yeah, we've only got a little bit of gunpowder. So if I do go up to here, and let's see if we can stick the landing. There we go. So if we come stand up here for a little while, we will get a decent amount of spawns and stuff happening in the farm. Do you ever have issues lagging making farms? Not really. I don't think I've ever made any that was so intensive that they created too much lag. All of the sort of farms I've created are sort of auto clearing, so it's not too bad. Kind of want a cat, but my house is a perfect place for cats. Tons of things to knock down and break. Yes. If a farm looks too complicated, it's relatively simple in concept. It's just big. So I might go do a sleep anyway because we need to stay safe and all that kind of stuff. Come up here. Oh, thank you for the follow, Colin C 2.0. So the basics of the creeper farm is there's this area here, which isn't spawnable, A, because of the water, I think. And B, because these are all bottom slabs. So, like around the edge, they're all bottom slabs, so they're not spawnable. And then there's a big chunk of blocks in the middle, which are blocks that the creepers see as pathfindable. So they try and find a path in their like AI code. They want to walk towards it. And see, like that guy just fall off. They are, it seems, in my sort of viewing of things, not super frequently deciding to walk. So the blocks that they're on are slabs, and then these are all slabs as well. The walls are made out of stairs, and the roof of what are they? Trapdoors make it so that only creepers can spawn, and then these slabs on the ground in this weird pattern make it so that spiders can't spawn. So that's the basic premise, and then there's open trapdoors here, obviously for the creepers to walk across and fall down on. I do wonder if, because there is like an extra gap here, I do wonder if maybe an extra row of trapdoors might make things work a bit better, or an extra row of blocks. I'm not sure. These are things we can adjust and change later on. Maybe do like a copy and put it in creative and that kind of stuff. But for now, so I've got a little bit of stuff left over from building the farm, and I want to extend it because I just want to make sure it's as productive as possible without me being there. And that will give me the best chance to have plenty of gunpowder without having to do lots of AFKing and stuff like that. So we'll make, I don't know, a bunch of trapdoors. I remember it used a lot. I could probably, all of these oak logs, turn these into trapdoors, and that might be enough. We'll have to have a look once we actually get there. Okay, so trapdoors are built. Let's put all of those in there. And we'll take the cobblestone slabs out, put the trapdoors in. And then we'll put slabs in there. So I've got some stairs, I've got some stone bricks I'm not going to use. And I'm not going to use that dirt either. So slabs and stairs. We'll get a bunch of those. So we come to the stone cutter, we can use that. And we will make a bunch of stone stairs. Stone stairs. The stone bricks I will just keep. And then I've got all of this stone as well as extra. I don't remember needing a ton of stone stairs. It was just a few layers per layer. So we'll make a bunch. And we can always come back and make more. It's very close to base. We can just quickly fly back. It's not a big issue. And I'll pop them in there. We'll even make it look nice and neat and even. So we'll do one more stack just to make it look nice. That way I know I'm probably never going to run out of stone stairs for the rest of the time that I ever play Minecraft, but that's fine. And we can make lots of slabs with the stone cutter as well. I love that it just breaks them in half. It's super easy to like figure out how much you're going to get. So those are the main sort of building blocks. So I might take some of those. And I might take some of those. And then we'll grab the shulkers. And I don't think I need any other extra bits and pieces. No worries, Japan and Louise, or Japan Louise. I don't know. So we're going to need to come up here and actually take the roof off first as a point of order. This might take a moment, but this was only supposed to be temporary. There is like a slightly bigger roof design I'm supposed to do, so I will do that this time. Where you bring like these edges out in like a diagonal to lower the light levels. I suppose you could do like a full like cage around it, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the pathfinding weirdness. Oh, and thanks for the follow. I'm gonna go with Jap and Louise. I could be wrong, but that's a fun name. And then I want to get on to finishing or working on the build for sugarcane farm. And also let's put that on my hotbar. I need to pick a spot for the rocket factory and set up a way. So what I'm thinking is one of these top boxes or something. But I might have to rearrange the hoppers a little bit, but I'll make it so everything funnels into one box, and then that one box will split into two hoppers, and then half of them will go to rockets, and half of them will go to storage to make TNT. Hello, Nikki. We are extending the creeper farm so that A, it will produce more when I'm just walking around and doing stuff and being a guy. And B, it was always supposed to be bigger than this anyway. And then C, then if I do need to AFK to like generate a heap of extra gunpowder, then I won't have to do it for very long. If the farm is bigger, I might even go like, I want to do 2 extra layers now. Now that I know the build, I can fairly quickly put them together. The only thing that's really slowing me down is the speed of the pickaxe, which isn't too slow. Although it will need to be repaired soon. Hello, user! Welcome back. Good to see you. If you do have a regular username, sorry, it just comes up as user 7364377363724. Like a default TikTok name. So the creeper farm needs to be bigger. I have spent a bit of time gathering materials offline so that we can actually just get into the building part of things. The only thing we really need to do right now is just take this roof off. I'm going to switch to my fortune pick because I don't want to accidentally break my silk touch pick. And then I think once this is done, it would be nice to start like looking at things like a beacon. So maybe we need to go to the nether and start farming wither skeletons to fight the wither so that we can get a nether star to make a beacon. That would be nice to have. At least one beacon so that I can move it around and do stuff with it, because I've got plenty of iron. Gathering materials offline, yeah, I hear you. What do you mean? Oh, I'm full. This one has more space in it. No, I don't play creative. I'm not a cheater. It is! How dare the wife accuse me of such? Getting all defensive now. I don't think you do. You should ask Lily, our daughter. She watched me whilst I was digging stuff out to gather stone. Ah, you've tricked me into forgetting which pickaxe to use. My troll of a wife. No worries, Nikki. So much slower than placing blocks. Nearly there. Oh, I know what I can do if I get full up. I could just, like, come here and start placing more. Like that. To be the next spawning platform. Oops. Of course, I need to get more accurate with my placement, but, you know. Okay, let's mine the rest of this out. I can even show you where it all came from, Liz. You... What's the word? Doubter? Hater? Urgh. Oh, and there is something fun to show down there. Truther. She's funny, I'll give her that much. We might keep her around just for now. This is the creeper farm, and we're just taking the temporary roof off. Maybe I should have made it out of dirt or something. And we will be growing the platforms by 2. Keep me around so you can guideline. Yeah, that's right. It's handy. What can I say? I also really want to do some more end busting soon. Or like some proper end busting. So I can have a proper... I mean, I could get some more ender chests. Lots of shulkers, that kind of stuff. Ugh. Wow, okay, well he's gone. Mr. Creeper. Oh, there's another one. No! That was close. Almost too close. Okay, well. Nope. Let me up! Can you climb up a trapdoor? No, okay. I think you used to be able to. Like, use it like a ladder. Look, these will all go down into the catchment area anyway. Might have to do a quick pass across the trapdoors just to pick up any extras. And then we can get to... We build... Oops, not that one. Nope. Oh, thank you for the ticket, duckies. ZC18, you're a star. I appreciate the gifts. Makes me feel a little warm and fuzzy. Okay, let's get these. Lovely jubbly. And then start placing. So it looks here like I'm just placing them back where they were, but they were like an extra. These are bottom. These are top slabs. So this will be spawnable space for creepers because I want them to spawn. Oh, just break it. And they need to come out to here. I'll come back and I'll break all the extra ones. Get it done quicker. Oops. This, yeah, I mean, this throws together so much quicker than tearing it down. So I think this will just be the first little thing that we do. Then we can go look at what I found whilst I was mining. Or gathering stone. Wasn't really mining. This is a creeper farms, I see. Good eyeballs. I will fix up all of those misplacements in a minute. I figure I'll do that all at once, and then... Oops. I do need to fix the trapdoors, though. This will allow us to just run through things much quicker. Oops. Yeah. Oops. I've run out of these ones. Alright, we'll gather these ones and use them up. And I think I've got some more in my shulker box, so we'll grab those out too. This one. There we go. Oh, almost. Hold on. Put a stack of those back. Grab that. There we go. Over here. And I mean, yeah, it throws together so much faster than tearing it down. It's so funny. This is on Java, Zacy. So the good one. The better one. My 12-year-old son actually recently started playing on Java on my old laptop. And within a couple of weeks, he's already a convert and doesn't want to play on Bedrock anymore. It's quite funny. Because he played almost exclusively on the Switch, which is Bedrock. And then he played a little bit of Bedrock on PC because the account I've got has it all on there, so... He's playing on my spare... Yeah, he's playing on my spare account, which seems to have all of the Minecraft stuff on there already, so... Whatevs. Whoops. It's okay, we've got a creeper farm now. We're not too stressed about gunpowder. That would have been a tragedy when I first got my Elytra and had a very few rockets available to me. Alright, so we'll do the trapdoors on the inside, and then we'll do the stair wall. Yeah, I like Java. I've played it since before Day Dot, so, I'm particular to it. I have played Bedrock. I played on a Realm with some internet friends, and that was okay. I don't like the way the Elytra works on Bedrock. That annoys me. Because on Java, and like it has gotten better, but it used to be that to get the Elytra to deploy, I'd be like, I don't know if you can hear that, but spamming the spacebar quite a lot just to get it to go. And like when you're traveling around, if you want to go fast, you do a little Elytra bounce. And if you can get the momentum going, then you can actually move quite quickly. And I struggle to do that on Bedrock because anytime you press spacebar after you're already flying, you just drop out of the sky. And it undeploys your Elytra, which is... It makes sense that it's a thing, but I learned without that. So when I learned, I don't think there was even such a thing as like undeploying your Elytra. I don't think you can on... Yeah. Unless I went into my, what's it called, into my inventory and like unequipped it. That would make me drop out of the sky, but as an action that you can do, it just doesn't exist in Java. It might be like a menu option you can change, I don't know. But anytime I tried to fly in Bedrock, it just gave me a headache. So I'm much happier to be playing Java, that's for sure. And anytime you like watch a tutorial, it almost always has that it's for Java because the Java farms are better. And like the Java mechanics that make a bit more sense. Like it wasn't until recently that they fixed mob spawning in Bedrock. That was weird. So I'm going to need 2 layers of these. I might as well just do both now. So I'm doing 2 sets. What I mean by 2 layers of these is 2 sets of 3. Because it's 3 per layer somehow. I think it's because of all like the half slabs and stuff. It just makes it. Yeah, so the floor, this will be the top half of this will be the floor of the next layer. And then you build a roof on that, on top of that, above the, what's it called? Above the last layer, I suppose, above the trapdoors. Oop. Why stairs? Because they're not spawnable. And because they're not solid blocks. So because the farm works on pathfinding, where the creepers will identify, some of them will sometimes, will identify the blocks in the middle as like the only blocks nearby that are walkable. So they'll walk towards those. But if the blocks on the outside were solid, then they would walk towards that sometimes. Building a creeper farm, Leighton. And it's coming along nicely. I'm doing a little bit extra than the guide that I'm following suggested. Because I want to make it a very productive creeper farm that I don't have to AFK at a lot. I will probably, now that I think about it, I will probably add some extra layers when I'm not streaming, because it does take a bit of time to do, and there is quite a lot of resource collection involved. As far as I can tell, there's not really a limit to the amount of layers, other than the AFK spot being so your AFK spot, I think it needs to be at least 20 blocks away, something to spawn. So that would sort of be a height limit, I suppose. So I need to figure out sort of that balance, because I did bring it down a little bit because the creepers were despawning before they landed. They were falling down here, and then they despawned midair about there, just before they hit there. So I went down 10 blocks. But then that makes this area down there spawnable, or in spawning range of the player. It's a little bit of mixing a bunch of game rules and game functions together to make something that works and does a thing that I want it to do. When do you think you'll be done? This won't take long. So I'm going to do this. So this will be the... I'm doing 2 more layers. So that's the floor of the next layer. That's the wall of the next layer. So I'm just going to do the next layer's wall, and I don't have to do another one. Then we need to put in some slabs to block spider spawns. And then it's just a lot of trapdoors. And then another spawning platform. So, how long have we been going? 30 minutes. So maybe another 30 minutes total. And then this will be done. But a significant chunk of that 30 minutes was tearing down the old roof, which I just put a temporary one in, and digging blocks is way slower than placing them. Oops. Unless you fall off and do stuff like that. So even on this extra layer that I've just been talking about for the last minute or so, we're almost halfway. Like, placement is simply as quick as you can do it. So I click fast, and then place fast. What am I building it for? Well, because I want the gunpowder that creepers drop. First off, to make lots and lots of rockets, because I love flying around with the elytra. It's one of my favorite things to do. And secondly is to make lots and lots of TNT, because I want to blow up significant chunks of the nether. And gather some netherite. There we go. So that's the extra wall. Didn't take that long. Yeah, so I mean, this world is fairly new for me. Got some stuff on my stash from my drink. So my armor is down to 32 durability on the legs. I don't have proper enchantments yet. My elytra is fully enchanted, but that's because it only takes 2. I've got a couple of decent picks. I've got a fortune pick with efficiency 4, silk touch pick with efficiency 4, an okay shovel, efficiency 4 silk touch axe, which is pretty good, and sharpness 4 and breaking 3 sword. So they all need upgrades. So that's sort of next on the big list of things to do. And we go one in the corner here. Not 100% sure why, but it seems to be important. And then I'll open all of these. Yeah, so you have to locate the stronghold. So that's something I've already done. Into the end, got my elytra. My dragon fight was quite good. No real issues there. I did have an issue afterwards. Fell into the void whilst bridging out across the void in the end to try and get an elytra. But, you know, these things happen. What have I done while you were gone? Well, we finished tearing down the roof. We've placed this platform. And we built up these walls whilst you were gone, Nikki. So we're just got to do these slabs. And then we can do some trapdoors. And then another floor. And some more trapdoors and slabs and stuff. And then we're done. No worries, Leighton. Thanks for hanging out. What do you reckon I'll build next? Well, I've got a few things in the sort of big list of things to build. I really need to build villager housing. That's kind of a very soon priority. And then, I mean, we need to do things like converting villagers to zombies and curing them to get better trades. So that usually requires at least a room to keep a zombie separate from everyone else. I want to build an auto crafter for fireworks. Go on, Liz. What should I build? You funny bugger. Ooh, oh, God, I know. This has gone badly. Stretch and hydrate. Oh, well, I can hydrate with my Milo. And with a you're very funny. The last time we built one of those, Liz. Oh my gosh. We built a wither, he says whilst moving the microphone, or moving away from the microphone. We built a wither skeleton skull farm. And oh, good stretch. Feel better. And it ended up not working very well. Oh my God. I can only drink so much, Nikki. There should be spam protection on that. There clearly isn't. I would chug my drink, but it's very hot, so I can't. It will burn me. Yeah, we had to dig out a... what's it called? A perimeter in the nether to control the spawning of everything. It was a real pain. This is a real pain. Why is it so annoying now? It wasn't this bad last time. I have to hydrate 10 times now. Okay, I will. Give me a moment. I did one already. starting to think I should have put these slabs in after the trapdoors. Because they're very bouncy. Okay. Another sip. It's still a little hot. That's 2. Oh, you did 10 more. Okay. You're very funny. I have been thinking on the emotes, and I think I will do one of my Minecraft character. I think that's the... Like, I'll try and get his face, maybe. Maybe I could do one with the helmet and one without. That sort of thing. And then, yeah, I was looking at the subscription thing, and it did on TikTok, and you can do emotes on TikTok as well. So that would be fun to have some custom emotes on all the platforms. Well, not YouTube yet, I don't think. I think you have to get monetized on YouTube, and that's like... I've ticked some of their boxes, but not all of them for that. Got nothing to do with my points. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, there used to be more options like built into TikTok. Not on TikTok, built into Twitch. And I don't really have any stream gimmicks, so to say. Maybe I should find some. Then I could like tie points to that, but I'm not sure. $10,000 points for American Pie. If you sing it, maybe. I love how everyone is playing this game again. Yeah. It's nice. I've never really stopped playing Minecraft. And maybe it was subconscious, but it wasn't intentionally like, I wasn't intentionally going, oh, Minecraft movie, there's lots of hype, so I should play Minecraft again. That wasn't intentional. However, it's entirely possible that I was sort of... There's lots of Minecraft in the news and the media, so maybe that's what inspired me to get back into it. But I'd been wanting to stream again for a while, so I'm happy to get back into that too. And just combine the two and do both. Yeah, never stop playing it, that's right. Like, I have done like playthroughs of like Factorio and stuff, which takes a lot of hours. So... You know, I would take a break from Minecraft to do something like that. But the kids are always playing Minecraft, so they're always going, hey, come play with me. I've had to come up with creative ways to play with the kids in like a finite manner, because I want to... what happens is they just sort of get tied up and they sort of start fussing over everything. So I try to say, okay, let's come up with something that will like be maybe half an hour to an hour where we can play together and do something. So I set up a creative world on Bedrock for us to just hang out on and build cool stuff. And that seems to be working. My daughter built a Macca's, and like every time we play now, we have to roleplay going to Macca's and using the toilet and all that kind of stuff. It's quite funny. I remember when Fortnite was more popular than this, where are you going to do a stream playing with the kids? Probably not. I'm not intentionally I'm intentionally not putting any like video out of my kids because that feels problematic. Like they might pop up in the background every now and then if they are awake, but usually I'm streaming when the kids are asleep. But if they get up and, you know, want to cuddle and go back to bed and that kind of thing, then you might see a face. And that I'm not too fussed with, but I'm not going to make them the center of any content. My middle child has expressed a desire to do content, and I've said, that's fine. Here's a laptop. Learn how to edit video, and we can talk later. And he hasn't put a second into learning how to edit videos, so. Peace. Peace emoji. Your username is just like weird symbols. Person with a blue sky as your your profile picture. The kids are 6, 12, and 14. What's that? Yeah. I know, right? Isn't it weird? They sure grow fast. Yeah. I need to drink more. No worries, Nikki. Trying to fulfill your drinking requests. I should grab a thing of water. Currently just have a nice warm drink. I shall remember. Trapdoor. Another trapdoor. See you later, Nikki. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You're in the right place for right now. We're doing this for not for hours. For a little bit longer. Okay, maybe a little bit longer than I thought. But we're actually getting there. We are only needing to do one more row. I think. 2 more along here. It'd be faster if there was a way to do it without crouching and without falling into the farm. Like maybe like this. That doesn't seem like it's as fast as it could be though. It's consistent. I'll give it that much. But like That feels faster. Maybe you could time it. Oops. See, it's the mistakes that slow you down, like that one. So this is the last spawnable block. So this is the last sort of spot I think that we need to cover. Question mark. It's hard to see from here. Because all of the trapdoors, like, I could just see it there. They're covered by the floor from before. Oh no. How are we for trapdoors? Okay, not too bad. Still got a decent amount. Is that the whole lot? I think so. I am going to need to... do... what's it called? I'm going to have to bring up this pillar in the middle, this big chunky pillar. That's going to have to come up as well. Let's check for slabs in my shulkers. Put the stairs away as well. I don't need those. I'll try and do cobblestone as much as possible until it's not. So we want top slabs like that because this will be the next floor. Oops. Trying to figure out the best pattern to place things in. I think this is definitely the fastest. It requires a little bit of accuracy. So I can easily misclick more like that. That's very much a aim slightly lower as you place repeatedly. Oops. This is a creeper farm. So the trapdoors bring the height of these 2 blocks down just enough to stop all the taller mobs from spawning, because creepers are slightly shorter than most of the other mobs, and all of these slabs stop the spiders from spawning in. I think I can get back up. Can I fly? Oh, you can. There you go. The more you know. And then the creepers. So this is a, what's it called? AI pathfinding farm, where all of the blocks in the farm are slabs, trapdoors, and these walls are actually stairs, but they're like backwards. So they're not complete blocks. Then in the center here, these are all full blocks. They're just normal stone blocks. And the creeper sees those as sort of the only viable blocks that they could potentially pathfind to. From my experience, not all of them decide to do it, and it's sort of a question of having more spawning platforms like this just to get more creepers spawning through, if that makes sense. Sort of the point of any mob farm is to get as many of that mob that you're farming to spawn and to die as quickly as possible so that more can spawn in. I have in the past done like a general mob farm with like the water dispensers in the middle that push all the mobs out. That's quite good. And I've done in the past creeper farms with cats, where the cats scare the creepers. Usually I put the cat in the middle, and then instead of having like a trapdoors that they fall down there, put the trapdoors that they fall down at the back edge. And then the creepers run down there, and they fall and they die, and we all laugh. I've seen someone using it, but I don't know how it's made. So I need to learn how to make that one. Yes, Jared, it's a creeper farm. On Bedrock only. 30 levels in 5 minutes, wow. Is that with Silverfish or something? VXNGE edits? Sorry, I don't know a good way to pronounce that. Right, so there's like a Silverfish potion you can get, and you do something with that. And an armadillo. I have seen someone do what's it called? Like mining with silverfish, which was interesting. Because the silverfish eat blocks. And they did like a pit of silverfish using the silverfish potion. I don't know exactly how it works as well. But I think once they attacked one of the silverfish, they all went a bit crazy and tried to like dig to safety. I think that was how it worked. Oh no. Beautiful. Okay, so this will be another spawning platform. Now this time, don't know that that's enough trapdoors, but we'll put the slabs and stuff in after. We will do the inner circle because I want to have that laid out properly. And I'm getting the feeling that we might need to go chopping for more wood. This is why I sort of limited it to this size. I would like to make it potentially bigger. I just don't know how much like wood that would take. So far I've gone through probably a double chest of logs to build all the trapdoors. Been quite a lot. But then once this is running, it's running, and we don't have to stress about gunpowder too much. Just by doing like a quick AFK every now and then, it seems like at the end of last stream, I went up to the AFK spot at the top and sat there for like 5 minutes whilst I was talking to chat, just to prove that the farm worked. Because there was someone that was saying, "Oh, you built it in the wrong spot," and blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, it doesn't make a difference once you've got an AFK spot. Oh. And this is why we put the the trapdoors above the spawning platform. Other farms I'd like to build include kelp farm, auto smelter, that kind of stuff. Have that all hooked up together. I'm going to need a big sorting system eventually as well. There we go. Okay, so. Let's see how far we get with this lot. I do have more trees growing, so we can always go chop those down. Why so many trapdoors? So, Bryce, this version is 1.21.5. And the trapdoors, so this is a spawning platform for creepers. And these trapdoors will be open for the creepers to walk across, like that. I think that one stays open or closed. We will do that in a minute. These trapdoors actually reduce the height of this space between the two blocks. So if you see, there's a full block there and then a full block there, and that outline is here at the top of the trapdoor. So when I place the trapdoor, it actually lowers the height of the spawnable space below the trapdoor. And things like zombies and spiders are 2 blocks tall. Not spiders, skeletons. Zombies and skeletons are 2 blocks tall. So they will not be able to spawn with the trapdoors here. Also Endermen, because they're tall. And because it's not grass and it'll be dark, there won't be any friendly mobs. I don't understand how people build this off out. Well, so I did use a tutorial for the start of the farm. For the first 2 layers, or, well, the first layer and like the catchment area and stuff. But then it's repeating the same few things over and over again. So, and like copying the pattern that you've already laid out. Yeah, once you've sort of learned the layout, most of these things, they have some sort of a layout and you just copy that a bunch. Sedicat, hello, on Twitch today. Yeah, cold chips. It's about sort of tricking the systems within Minecraft into doing something specific. And you combine a few things together, like this, and then the height of the trapdoor makes only the creeper spawn, and then because the only full blocks are the ones in the middle, so they walk towards that and then fall down here, and then because mobs are affected by gravity, they fall down the middle, and then hoppers pick up any items that just drop on the floor. And when creepers die, they drop gunpowder. So that's how we get some in here. You want a little bit now? Of course, it's not going to be much spawning whilst I'm not in the whilst I'm in the farm, because there's like a nearby radius that nothing spawns in around you. We are noodling. We are building a creeper farm. So we're just building the last layer now, or 4 now. I think I might build some more layers later on, maybe off stream, just to get them done. Because it can be a little bit tedious. And there's a lot of like resource gathering involved and that kind of stuff. We're doing slabs on this one, SetiCat. I don't know why. I just know that we've got slabs. Very much in just the doing what the designer of the farm said to do. Yes, Brendan, this is a creeper farm. And if you look down here, look, you can see there, we've got like the slabs in a pattern to block any 3x3 squares that spiders might spawn in. Yeah, I love a good creeper farm, Brendan. It's sort of a good backbone of any good single-player survival world. Or any, like, even multiplayer survival world, I suppose. So you can do lots of flying around, go places, do things. By just having a constant supply of rockets, you can just get places quicker. So you can do more in the time that you've got to play. And this is the kind of farm where if you use a little bit of critical thinking, you can change the design a little bit. So the tutorial that I watched and like the designer of the farm had only 3 spawning platforms. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I'm getting... Oh, that's the wall surrounding the water. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. So I'm building a 4th just for the sake of more productivity. More spaces to spawn creepers means more creepers spawning. And I might add more layers after, just depending on how the rates are, I suppose. But yeah, this is an extra layer already. And like the guy said that the farm does 2,800 gunpowder per hour, which I believe if you're in the AFK spot. I don't believe if you're not, though. And like we can do a very quick demonstration. We can even watch the creepers with the free cam when we do that, which is handy. Really nice mod to have. And I did want to share a discovery, actually, from when I was gathering resources. We'll do that in a little while. Getting close. How many? Oh, these are the Last of Us labs. Okay. We're gonna need more slabs. Not slabs, trapdoors. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the lot of it. Yep. Okay, let's go chop some wood, I suppose. And use these shulker boxes. Here. So I chopped all of these down and replanted all the saplings earlier. So yeah, there's still a bit patchy. It's not fully grown in yet. What building are you thinking to go around it? That's a very good question, Steady Cat. So my initial thought was maybe something like a lighthouse. However, build has turned out to be quite wide. So maybe not. You look there, yeah, it's just kind of this huge thing in the sky. So I'm open to suggestions at this point. UFO, that's definitely maybe. I'm not sure I have a particular theme. I don't know if sci-fi UFO aliens are quite within the theme. With dangling cows from the new leads, that's a good idea, actually. I'm just thinking with the new leads, you could do like something that makes like the cows move up and down. Maybe like a piston flying machine that's going up and down, and it's got like a fence post in the middle that the leash is attached to. So it looks like the cow's being sucked up every now and then. You forget how wet honey sounds. It's gross. Good excuse for a frog light farm. Yes. Or Ocean Monument Farm also yes. These are all things that will need to be done. I just want to hoard all the items. That might be enough. You never know. I need to drop some stuff in some shulker boxes. Thank you. Okay, so big planks, stairs. Oh no! I've done it again. Trapdoors. All of these oak stairs from last time. Anybody know any good builds that require a lot of oak stairs? Use them for fuel. Hide the evidence. Do we think 3.5 stacks is going to be enough? Let's have a look at what we're dealing with. Maybe. Wow. Kill all these guys first. Kill them dead. Alright, well I guess we keep going. Where did we get up to here? Ah, thank you for sharing the live, Kyrell. Appreciate the spruiking. That's a word that Australians use. We like to spruik things. Is that a word other people use? Ah, and Liza, you're here too. Thank you for the share. The more you know, eh? Have you done any lives on TikTok before, Liza? So I know you've posted some shorts and stuff, or videos. Vertical video. Is there a video of you making this mob XP farm, if that's what it is? There isn't. Really? I am following a tutorial, or followed a tutorial, and now I'm expanding what the scope of the tutorial was. But there has been more than one request for me to make some Minecraft tutorials. So I'm not above that. I could probably do like a full-length version that sort of explains things in depth. And then maybe like a vertical short kind of version that like in 60 seconds shows the rough build and the dimensions and stuff. I haven't gone live. Yeah. There are weird requirements for TikTok and stuff. And they keep changing. To make things confusing. Thank you for the follow. My cousin and I are trying to make one and it isn't working. I see. Are you on Bedrock or Java? Because the way the spawning and like the behavior of mobs and stuff is slightly different for the different versions. Oh, Java. It was working and then it stopped spawning mobs. Oh. That's interesting. I'm not sure about that. It's possible. So, okay, with that kind of thing, in my past experience, I'll show you something, and it's just more for demonstration. I don't think it's actually occurring in my world at the moment. There is an issue where, so you see how you got zombies that spawn, and sometimes, I don't think there's going to be any around here, sometimes there are child zombies that spawn. Now, sometimes those child zombies spawn whilst riding a chicken. They're called a chicken jockey. Don't know if you've heard of it. They're kind of a thing right now. The thing with chicken jockeys is they lay eggs because it's a chicken and chickens lay eggs. So when the chicken lays an egg, what can sometimes happen with a zombie is they can pick up the egg. And when a zombie picks up an item, it becomes like a permanent creature. And what also can happen is the baby zombie will grow up and the chicken will keep just walking around laying eggs. Now, this could be somewhere like near your base. If you've been AFKing a lot, near your farms and stuff, this can happen as well. The trouble is, it's not that much of an issue if it happens on the overworld, because it's not a big deal. Whatever. You'll see a zombie walking around. They'll burn in the sun. No big issue. However, this can occur in like these little pockets of caves underground. And it's more likely to happen here. Thankfully, this is lit up by this glow lichen. But this is more likely to happen because it's in a confined space. So as the zombie's walking around, it's more likely to walk into the eggs that the chicken jockey has laid. Now, 1 or 2, not a big issue. On the server, I was playing with SteadyCat and my wife. SteadyCat's on Twitch at the moment. The wife is on TikTok, occasionally saying hello. And on that server, that was when we found this happening, and like we wondered why our mob farms. There's the wife there saying hello. We wondered why like our mob farms and stuff weren't working very well, and then I learned about this kind of stuff, and I looked underground in our world, and there were dozens and dozens of these zombies walking around holding eggs. So in any world in Minecraft, there is a limit to the amount of mobs that can spawn at any one time. And that could be, something like that could be happening in your world. Yeah, marching around like the end of the place. That's right, SteadyCat. So I would check underground. If you can, if you've got like cheats enabled on your world, just go into spectator mode. Or you can use because I've got a mod called FreeCam, and I just click a button on my mouse and I go into FreeCam and I can look around as well. That's somewhere I would start if your farms have suddenly stopped producing mobs. Good luck. It's one of those weird edge cases where the systems in the game are working as they're supposed to. However, it does cause this issue where so there are people that do that kind of thing intentionally. It's called a mob switch, where you can basically turn off mob spawning in your world by having a group of mobs somewhere that can't despawn. Usually it's like at the either you have like a chunk loader where the mobs are, or you could probably do it in the what are they called? The spawn chunks of your world. And then they will stay loaded. But yeah, it's like a accidental mob switch. So hopefully that will help you with your issue. We've got bots and stuff happening on Twitch. That's fun. I made a mistake here, I think. Hold on. I did an extra something. Oh, I did it. Okay, so that. Let's break these. There. And then there. How did that happen? Oh. I did it wrong, that's how. The bots in Graphic Proto, yes. They're very annoying. And like, they come in with the same cut and pasted stuff every time. I still haven't figured out what the deal is with the graphic design promo ads. I'm assuming it's just a scam where they'll maybe like use AI to generate some stuff and then show you that that's their proof of them working on it. So you send payment and then you never hear from them again. That's my guess. It's that, or there's like a YouTuber whose graphic design course tells people to do that, to go onto Twitch and like use certain tricks to convince people to talk to you. The latest one I've seen, Liza, was people coming in to chat and going, my sound is off at the moment. My headphones stopped working. So can you just type to me in chat to talk to me, please, Mr. Streamer? It's like, dude, I'm busy playing a game and streaming. So I sent 1 or 2 messages and then they tried to connect to my Discord server and it just came up as suspected spam. So I was like, okay. I'm not just trying, I am actively accomplishing a creeper farm build. Bat? I guess that would be your name? Bat? In fact, I think I messed that up. We're just about finished. Almost. Hold on. Right at the last hurdle. And there. And then there. There we go. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah, Discord trolls are common. Yeah. It's all... It's very targeted towards like... I think the idea is that smaller streamers are more naive. I think that's the point they're trying to make. But like... I might be a smaller streamer, but I'm not naive. I've been on the internet for a long time. So what do I need? Slabs? Lots of slabs? Maybe we just do stone slabs? And we've got lots of stone. Maybe we'll turn these into slabs. Do the roof. There we go. Make the cobblestone ice, so when they spawn, they have to go to the nearest solid block, which would be the trapdoors. So the cobblestone, I will show you, rushes him. You have a good point. However, all of this cobblestone is, how can I show? It's all slabs. So these are not solid blocks. Well, they're not full blocks. So they're trying to pathfind to the blocks in the middle. Ah, that's what I needed. Blocks for the middle. Thanks for reminding me. Why do I have a singular torch? Okay, we'll get some extra. Oh my gosh. My inventory is a mess. That should be plenty of blocks. Not sure exactly how tall to build this. I might need to return to the tutorial very quickly just to check the placement of the roof. I think I've still got the tab open because I'm like that. I am having many tabs open kind of guy. I actually closed a... I went through and closed maybe 100 tabs the other day to free up my memory so that the stream would run a bit smoother. So I was getting lots of dropped frames. Yeah, I will just check that. I've still got all my chat stuff open anyway, so I can still see chat. Or did I? Oh no, I closed it. Hold on, I don't think I've watched too many videos since then. Maybe I have? No, I haven't. There it is. So the roof is directly on top, based on the screenshot at least. Yeah, okay, directly on top of the trapdoors at the top. So I think we'll do one more like that. Yeah. I think I have to remove some stairs. Yeah. I regularly have like multiple windows with dozens of tabs open, so that's just how I roll. I don't know. So the slabs go here. Which I think is there. Yeah. That lines up nicely. And then I just need to remove that. And put the slabs there. Oh, thunderstorm. Ooh, I need to repair this pick. Hold on. Switch to my other one. Okay, and then I'll check, because he did like a weird diagonal bit. if I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 including this edge. And this is roughly the middle. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we bring this edge out to this block here. But each time we come out, we reduce in the length of the row by 1 block on each end. That makes sense? So to start, we'll fill in all of this. It's going to be a lot of slabs. That's why we made a bunch. Build the inventory. Should be enough. If it's not, I've got lots of stone. Right, now I just need to cover all the trapdoors. It's actually a bit easier to shift on the trapdoors. Do that one. There we go. Oh. I will come back and tidy up those slabs after. I will need to go up to the edge as well. And not the corners was a thing. I don't know why. So the roof, as far as I know, is this designed just to make sure that there's no light leaking into the farm. But we've not really had any issues with spawning, so I might get rid of the extra bits. But for right now, we'll start with the correct we'll start with the correct dimensions and build from the tutorial, and then we can make edits from there and see how it affects things. Do I have a lightning rod protecting my villagers? Absolutely not, Sunnycat. Why would you do that? There's an iron golem. Why? Is there something bad that could happen? That's a whole game mechanic that I know very well about and just have ignored. Ooh! Oh, it's going to burn the trapdoor. What's going on, game? It's trying to actively destroy my farm. 3 lightning rods, I ended up with a witch trading hall. Did they try to trade poison potions thrown at you with arrows that you throw back at them? Okay. Ugh. Here's me thinking I was nearly done with the trapdoor area. Nope. They made me regret giving them skylight. Yeah, well. It's funny when slavery is the best option. Because we're supposed to have learned that it's bad, but Minecraft teaches us otherwise. Slavery and torturous conditions. Villagers love it. They thrive. Oh, thanks for the follow, 2.0. Yes, Hujo. Here's a creeper farm. We're just about nearly there. Closer than we've ever been. We're just building the roof now. Can you guys check out my bio? Well, I can't. I'm busy streaming right now. You don't like what? Vipers. Made by Viper. I see. Oh no. Under attack. Help, help. I'm the worst mob in the game. Got him. So in my mind, I'm running a very popular and successful stream because someone came into my chat and said, hey, there's enough people here that maybe someone will click on my bio. Is that how it works? Yes. I'm just being chill, being me, making a farm. That has taken more than double the time I thought it would take. To be fair, at the end of the last stream, we did have a solid half-hour discussion between myself and a few members on chat as to the validity of the farm based on how I had built it and where I had chosen to build it. So, I blame chat. It's their fault. It's like we were talking with our eldest son about sort of the political process a little bit today because it's election time in Australia. And it felt like some of the facts that were being brought up in chat the other day were just, here's important things that I learnt off of YouTube that definitely are 100% the rules and are the only way to do things. You know, I think I should go sleep in a bed. Having someone trying to scam your audience does equal success. Huzzah! I am a success! Somebody called my mother! She only lives not far away. Ah. Oh no. We fell in the farm. I'm a creeper. Creeper. Future potions of slow falling? Yes. It's a good idea, Sadie Cat. Ooh, creepers going in. Yay. Functioning farm. I'm a simple man, but I like to see the things that I'm building work. So an arrow, yeah. Oops. Do 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 do. Oops. Okay. I have, yeah, one phantom membrane certificate from all of that phantom nonsense. I usually do a good job of sleeping more often. I think that was probably the first time I've seen phantoms in this world. And we're in our 3rd week of playing, so give you an idea. I'm a pretty good sleeper. At least in Minecraft. There we go. Okay, that's the top done. I'm not sure I can check the light level. Like, it kind of looks like there's light here, but I don't know if that's just because of the stairs and, like, the rendering makes it look like that. If we come down here, I'm now far enough away for creepers to spawn. Question mark. Yeah, there's some. Oh, here we go. We're all falling down. Hooray! Yeah, there's like a group of them. Just wander slightly closer. Yeah, to me there should be like a more consistent flow, I suppose, of creepers coming through. But we'll, have I used up that many rockets that quickly? I think I might have. Look, I've got a bit of gunpowder on me. And where's my paper? I had some. No. Okay. If only I had an automatic farm producing paper en masse as I am requiring for it to work constantly all the time. Oh my god, there it is. Spare rockets. Okay, 26, that's a good amount. That will keep me going. At least for now. So, the idea being, with these rows, that they come out like this. And then there. Yeah. So then we fill in that. And then over here does the same. So you end up with like a big diamond in the sky. There. There we go. It's tricky from here. Especially because we're just doing it over nothingness, basically. Just the sky for me to fall in. Oops. Not there. Okay. So hopefully this will increase the rates in the farm. Oh, there we go. He falls off. That's just why we needed more rockets. Because of all the falling. Oops. Okay, well that's one edge. And I forgot the the number that I need to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Well, I will. That's roughly in the middle. 1, no, 1, no. Oh my gosh. It's going so well already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, not that or that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, fantastic. We'll do the other two sides. At least measure them out. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have to keep coming back for the correct measurement. Helps to stay on the farm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. And then I guess I'll start over here. And we'll do a little zig and a little zag. 5, 6, 7, 8. We should be in line. Yes. And so these are all bottom half slabs. So for anyone wondering, none of this is spawnable for monsters. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love it when some real simple counting comes together. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Ada Rooney. Have work meeting sadness, but I'm glad I caught you today. No worries, Sunny Cat. Always a pleasure to have you. Enjoy the work meeting. Talking about numbers and boring things. But always a pleasure to see you, and I'm sure I will see you again soon. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. No, we need more. I've only got one stack. Is that going to be enough? I don't think it is. Oops. Yeah, we need more. Let's go get them. Just too good. Doing like a ballet dance on the bed there. Oh, there's not loads of stone slabs somewhere. I think that should be more than enough. Just got to fill in these bits. There we go. We're really actually super, very nearly, closely, almost done, except for this big section there. Oh no, he fell off again. Got slippery toes today. We are just finishing up a creeper farm. Just putting the roof on. Hopefully this will increase the rates by reducing the light spill into the farm. And we just have this one last section to do, which is just here. And once this zig is done, and this zag along this edge, then we can call the farm done. And I can head up to the AFK spot and we can sort of watch what's going on in the farm. I think I might raise the AFK spot by like 5 blocks as well. I lowered it a little bit. I think I lowered it 10 blocks last time we were testing it out. And there was a lot of extra space for mobs to spawn on the ground. So I just want to find a nice middle ground. The farm actually working and mobs not spawning too much extra. So I'm just going to grab some dirt. That's the easiest thing to build stuff out of. And we'll fly on up. Yes, there we go. Light can travel through slabs. Yeah, so that's just a bedrock thing. We're not on bedrock. So I appreciate your concern, but nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that's kind of a AFK spot. And then if we come and check, here we can see lots of creepers falling down. And they're being collected. Is there many more? There's a few. So there's like the interesting thing about this farm is it spawns so many creepers, but only a few come down at a time. Like there's 1 or 2 or 3, which isn't an insignificant amount. Like it's all free gunpowder at the end of the day. But if we go inside, we can see all of these guys aren't walking. All of these guys on this platform. All of these guys. And then all of these guys. So if we could get them moving. Yeah, so I was a bit worried about that kind of thing, Gopher. But the creepers are spawning. So the light level is low enough. I was a bit worried about like these edges where you can see light coming through, but this guy's has spawned there. So I think that's just like a visual weirdness because it's stair blocks and stabs, and there's no actual, not stabs, slabs. There's no actual solid blocks in the actual main build of the farm. There's solid blocks in the middle here. So there's definitely like the visual of light coming through, but not actually in-game light, if that makes sense. Use cats to scare them towards the center. That is an option. I was hoping to avoid it because cats are annoying. And to get that to work reliably, we've got 4 spawning platforms. So each one, we would have to have at least, I think, 8 cats. 1 in each corner. Oop, corner there. To scare these guys in. But what will happen is this guy will just run over here. So then we'll need one in this corner. But then any that are here would just move this way, away from the cat. So then I think we need another one in the middle to scare anything else and sort of herd them towards the central area. So that means we would need 1 in each corner and at least 1 in the middle of each wall, possibly more along the wall. And then times 4, so suddenly I need 32 cats in specific positions, which is not easily to do. Yeah, so it's less the acquiring of the cats, it's more the positioning of the cats, which is frustrating, especially in an active farm. So I'll need to like line it up and then have a go. We've managed to spawn a zombie somehow. Not quite sure how that's happened. Is there like a missing trapdoor? Yes, there is. Okay. And in my experience with cats as well, they don't like to stay put. For some reason, because I used to have a farm design that had cats in the middle, and the creepers would run out, and then they'd drop off trap collection area at the bottom. I found that the cats would still get pushed around a little bit by the creepers. Because when you go through like hundreds and thousands of creepers all panicking on the regular, then eventually someone's going to bump into a cat. Now, I believe there is a snow golem option, which I need to learn about. Creepers appear to ignore iron golems, but maybe a snow golem will like shoot snowballs at them, and then they'll run in the middle. So we could pop like a snow golem in the middle of each wall. And that's a bit easier to do because you just build them out of snow and pumpkins, so you just place it exactly where you want it to be. Just open up my main thing again. Just want to check on timing of things. Okay. Just going to turn my light down a little bit. It's getting bright on the old face. There we go. So here's what we'll do. Right now, we'll come down. We'll clear out these chests. I mean, we've got a decent amount of gunpowder coming through. Several stacks worth. Please stop falling. Okay, so it is now... okay, on my little timer, 2:10 and call it when I get up to the top. We'll do like a 5-minute timer because I need to go pee. So it is now 2:10 and 55. So I'll be right back. I'll put a BRB up on the screen because I'm good like that. Not that one. That one. There we go. And I have one for TikTok as well. There you go. So I'll just be right back to grab another drink and do a quick toilet break. And then we'll see how much gunpowder we've scored in that 5 minutes. Okay, so we've just gone over 5 minutes whilst I was away. And where's my thing? There it is. Oh, no, the game was paused the whole time. I'm a fool. Okay, 5 minutes from now. Let's give it 3 minutes. Because it just ticked over to 2 hours and 17 minutes on my little timer. So let's look at things in the distance. Oh, trees and a village and a flower biome, I think that is. Got lots of lava pools around and pumpkins. Melon and pumpkin farm, that should be up next. Well, not next, but soon. Lots of landscape. There's my trees. Lots of trees out here too. Some of them are burning. Giant tree biome. What else is there to look at? Let's look out this side. Ooh, lots of ice. That would be actually... Now that I've got a Silk Touch pick, I should spend some time with that. Because I much prefer, for the sake of like building farms and things. Here we go, creepers. And there's not, as far as I can see from this AFK spot, I don't think there's any mobs spawning underground, which is good. Not seeing any. That's all waterlogged. Ooh. Mineshaft I haven't been to. And like even deep underground here, like this weird cave. No mobs, because I'm too far away. I was having several thoughts at the same time just then. So the ice I like to use as like, if I'm placing lots of like water sources somewhere, I'd rather grab a stack of ice and then take that along with me and break it, because you can carry 64, whereas a bucket of water takes up the same space as 64 ice blocks. So that's why I prefer having ice. Of course, you should have a bucket of water just in case you fall off stuff. But, I mean, I've got an elytra. You know? I should be okay. 15 seconds. Okay. And then we'll got 3 minutes and we can roughly calculate how much we're getting if we divide it by 3 and then multiply it by 60. Or we could mod it by 20. Okay, so that's 3 minutes. Let's have a little look at how much gunpowder we've generated in that time. 30. 3. So 60, exactly. That's a pretty good amount. And there's some that are like missing. I think I need to like, maybe it's the ones that are like falling right on the edge. I mean, and yeah, they're still coming through, so we'll call it 60. So I can't do the maths in my head right now. Open up the calculator. 60 times 10, because we did 3 minutes. So that's half an hour. That's 30 minutes. 600. Multiply that times 2 is 1200. So roughly 1200 gunpowder an hour. That's not bad. Divide that by 64, just so we know how many stacks that is, because that's kind of a measurement in Minecraft. 18.75 stacks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just over 2 rows of gunpowder per hour. Definitely not a bad number, but for a build that big, I might expect more. So this is where we start like doing some Googling of like, do snowmen shoot at creepers. Yes, snow golems in Minecraft will throw snowballs at creepers, provoking them into attacking the golem. While the snowballs don't deal damage, they do knock creepers back and provoke them to attack the golem. So hopefully we could install, because we've got, if we look up in the air again where we were, so we've got this big biome of ice and snow, so all of this snow and mountains over there, more mountains, and then that icy area. That we can use the snow to make snow golem, no worries. And we've got pumpkins, they're available. My worry is within the farm, and because I'm on the ground, I'm actually in a danger zone, but I think I'm okay for this moment. My worry is if I put a snow golem just in the wall here, the creeper might come across here and start like exploding when it gets close and detonate and blow up part of the farm before it gets a chance to fall down. So maybe I need to like dig some blocks in, like maybe 1 or 2 blocks in, and like put the snow golem a little further back. That might be safer. Maybe I should go into like a creative testing world and like just see how close creepers get before they attack snow golems and stuff. I don't like having a big pillar into the sky. Oops. So I'm going to try and land on this AFK spot. Nope. And then remove the pillar. Oh no. Maybe just land on top. There we go. And then bring that out a little bit. I need that to be... Can I reach that one? I can. Okay, there we go. So now I can bring this down. Use the better pickaxe. It's got more durability. And we'll just get rid of this because it always looks a bit silly having a big stack of stuff sticking up out of the top of your farm. Oops. And I will need to... There was a spot in the farm where regular mobs could spawn. So we'll do a sleep just to make things a bit safer around us. Okay. So it looks a bit less silly without a big thing sticking out the top. Yes, there is that in the air. We could replace that with like shulker boxes. And then that would be invisible until you get close. That's an option. But I think it was near the top. There was a spot where a zombie could spawn. So I do need to fix that. It's one of these corners I had misplaced. Oh, I hadn't placed a... trapdoor maybe under one of them. And that created a space where it could spawn. Oh no, 1, 2. Oh, if I go in here, I can see them all. Okay. This one here. Okay. And there. And there. Or is it just open? Oh, the trapdoor's open. Surely that's not going to make a difference. Oh no. Oh, I suppose there should be a trapdoor above there. Oh, I don't remember. No, there's not one in the bottom ones. And I was following that tutorial very closely. I think that's just a weird quirk of the farm. If it happens again, I'll be able to check it out. I definitely need to put some more hoppers in the back here, because this is getting silly. That's quite a bit of losses there. I'll go pick those up. Seems silly to waste. I might, yeah, you can see there's like a random mob occasionally getting through. Put some of that back in there. And then we'll grab some hoppers. I think I might have some spares. Yeah, there we go. Lots of spares. So hopefully that, and that will be enough. Maybe we do that just to make sure. It didn't seem like they were coming off the side. It was more they were coming off the back. For whatever reason. It might be to do with the way the gunpowder entity is being spawned after the creeper dies. I'm not sure. But this guy is a problem. Why are you here? Probably just chasing a bad guy. But this is why we've got a backup iron farm. It's almost full. That's a lot of iron. I don't have a crafting bench here. I should start turning it into blocks. Need to start thinking about plans on where to put a auto crafter, maybe. So we could do like better rockets. That's kind of fun. Oh, how did that happen? I got some 3s, some 1s, some 2s. Okay. We might just grab some iron from the farm over here to sell a few stacks to some villagers. Because that silk touch pick very much needs repairing. Thank you. I wonder what the best enchantments you can get on the gear that villagers sell you. Because I could level up some more, like, toolsmiths or armorers or something. I seem to have lost an armorer. Okay. You know, I think I've lost a few villagers. Now that I look at it. Seems a little bit less crowded than it used to be. So maybe those lightning storms are a bit more of a problem. So I should do some things. What should I do? I've got farmers, so why don't I just set up some farmland near them with some potatoes. Potatoes. I got loads of potatoes. Potato. I don't have a good hoe. So, I mean, I'll grab... I've got an old one there. Sticks. There we go. Make another hoe. You been working? Good lad. I guess pickaxes you're always using, so maybe I'll do a bunch of stone cutters. What do I need for that? Stone and iron. Oh, I don't have any stone in my inventory. Okay. There's some. 21 is plenty. I need a bucket of water as well. Buckets. Oh, there's some buckets. Okay. Oops. Don't really care too much about the flowers. We've got an unlimited amount of those. So we'll do a bit of farmland just here. Not permanently, but just so that the I don't have any slabs of any kind. Do we have any stairs around here? That will do. Thank you. If I waterlog the block, then they can't jump up and down and in and out of it and stuff. And then we'll just make the farmland. So this will get the villagers planting crops, or the farmers planting crops at least, and growing them, and harvesting them, and using that well-fedness, as well as, I suspect, spare bedness, to create some more villagers. Now we could pair this with some bees to make them grow faster. Trouble with that is bees do tend to just fly off, so I don't know, maybe. I do have a decent amount. Actually, they're all going to bed now. Let's see how many empty beds we've got. So I suspect there's going to be a few. Yes, okay. So these all used to be filled up with villagers. So that's where my random job villagers have disappeared to. They died. So I'll put down some of these so that we've got some extra toolsmith guys. I think does that make a toolsmith? I don't know. What does? Or is it that one? Or is it that one? Oh no. Stone cutter. Okay, let's do a Google stone cutter job Minecraft villager. A mason / stonemason. Oh. Right, so that was the wrong thing to make for what I was planning to do. So I just made a bunch of these. Maybe we'll use them for decoration or something for something. I don't know. Yeah. Toolsmith's a grindstone, I think. Why don't I? Minecraft villager jobs. So the armorer is a blast furnace. That's what I thought. The toolsmith is the smithing table. Okay. And then the weaponsmith is the grindstone. So I think we'll go with toolsmith, which is the smithing table. Which is this thing here. Which is, I believe, just wood and iron. Yeah. There we go. We can make 20 of those. All right. We'll come over here. We'll do a sleep. We'll get some, not sugarcane. What's it called? Bone meal. And we'll drop off some stuff here that we don't need to take with us. We'll take the iron. We don't need that much water. I don't know why I grabbed that much. I think I was going to do more farmland. Maybe we will. I'll grab the water just in case. Sticks and things I don't need. Oh, I do need that. Don't need that. Okay. Let's do a super fast rocket. Very good. And then, okay, smithing tables. Ba, 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 ba. Oops, don't want to drop my chicken. And then we might even add beds soon as well. I don't think the farmers have to be directly attached. Like the job block doesn't have to be on the farmland or anything. They just have to be near it to use it. I think some of this farmland will get destroyed, but that's okay. We'll have some more over here. Yep. So we'll give them options to decide what they want to do with their potatoes. And we'll pop some torches along here anyway. So things can grow during the night when I'm not here. Why isn't that there? One there. And one there. That'll do. So bone meal we'll get from over here. I've got a little supply of bone meal in there. And we've got lots of stuff going on in there too. That's very good. Plenty of food. I should eat. Now that you mention it. And then hopefully this will sort of cause the farmers to go, oh, I should harvest those and plant them and do that, all that kind of stuff because they like to. If it doesn't, I'll move their job blocks closer. he doing it? Do the thing. He's trying to. He's looking at it. He's thinking about it. Yeah, there you go. He's farming. Fantastic. Maybe I should check for like... And he's replanting. Good boy. He's only done like a little bit. He might do more. Farmer. I don't know if there's like a... Not trading. I'm not doing villager trading. I just want to know villager jobs. Piglins, bartering, just villagers maybe? Villager... Farming. Farmers sometimes move to random farm blocks they detect within +4 rather than go to their job site. So it seems like they need to be fairly close to the thing. And like I feel like that should be close enough, but and like you can hear the other villagers working. So I'm gonna steal these job blocks. And we're just gonna place them right here next to the farmland. Come and do some farming, boys. Yeah, there we go. Now they're more actively working the land, planting crops, doing their jobs. That's what we want to see. And so what will happen is these guys will fill their inventories up with potatoes. And not the poison ones too, which is nice. That was a worry of mine. They're going to stomp this bit of farmland nearby. That's fine. Yeah, I just picked up that poison one. But they should start planting like outside of this farmland, hopefully. They're not very clever, are they? But yeah, they're filling up their inventories with potatoes. So at the very least, these guys will want to breed soon. And hopefully they'll have picked up enough potatoes and stuff that they will also want to plant potatoes and throw them at the other villagers. So the other villagers will want to breed. This is sort of the part of the automation, in air quotes, that you can kind of do with the villagers. I might get some more beds, which requires sheep. I do have some. There we go. Ow. What's going on? Fly, please. There we go. Still need to repair my stuff. And I still don't have much wood. Although we do have some spruce, so we'll use that. I think there is a crafting bench over there, so we'll just use that rather than fill up my inventory now. Oh, they've been planting over here. Still not over there, though. Very fussy, but there you go. They're throwing potatoes. So hopefully some of them will be a bit happier and will breed. And we'll make some beds for them to fill up with all their breeding. Still very much not the ideal sort of space. But we're just sort of working with the resources we've got, and the resource we're running out of at the most is time. So that's just something to think about. Oh, I did want to, actually. Okay, is the sun going down? A little bit. Okay, we'll just wait for that, and then we'll go do a little explore. Maybe we'll check on the proceeds from the creeper farm. Is it moving much? I can't remember what it was like when I last checked. Hello? What are you doing? Sun's going down. Hopefully it's bedtime. Not quite. Looks like the villagers are going to bed. For some reason, a sleeping villager is invisible from this distance. That's interesting. At what point can I sleep when the sun is like half gone? Yes. It's good to know. Okay. And we've already got babies being born. Fantastic. So we'll be able to trade once we got the babies like leveled up as toolsmiths, we'll be able to trade lots of iron with them and stuff. So that will increase our ability to get levels and XP for repairing and more enchanting and stuff. Then we can look at more librarians, maybe. But for now, just to finish up the stream for today, I want to pop down here. So this is where I've been mining. Well, what's that? Oh, I mined a little bit here too, but then I decided that I was mining a bit too close to the surface. So down here is my stone gathering area. So this is where I died a whole bunch at the start of the world. There is a short out about it now, if you watch that, or on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. There is a video about the misadventures in here and why it's full of torches. That reason, ooh, slime. That reason being that I needed to come down here to get some iron and stuff. 2 slime balls. Not really much I can do with that. It's a bat. And yeah, so I decided this would be a good spot. It's a little bit below everything else, but not too far. So I can just come down here and just strip mine out all the stone. You can see this used to be a wall. It's gone now. And then I've been digging down here. And I did find an amethyst geode, which is a little bit exciting. Makes sparkly, twinkly sounds. And we'll be able to make like a spyglass. And there's a thing you can do with a skulk sensor, I think. And that's about it. And you can make pretty purple blocks, which is always a good thing. But the reason I came down here was actually I remembered I found some coal. And those toolsmiths early on, they usually want to buy some coal. So if I use my Fortune 3 pickaxe, I should be able to get lots of coal. That's the theory, at least. We'll see how much we get out of this vein. Goes a bit further. It's nice. Okay. A little bit of coal. We've got 2 stacks and a bit. That's not too bad from that little patch. We might just pop the shulker box down. Useful things in there. Okay. I'll just see if there's any other spots of coal down here whilst we're here. I'm not sure that there is, but I got a bit excited by seeing that coal. No. And oh, I do want to do some caving because I was coming down here to light up earlier. I did all of this lighting up. And I think... Was it here? Yeah, there's all of this cave. And it keeps going back there actually as well. But all of this cave comes down here. And then there's more cave down here. There's diamonds. There's lots of mobs, so this all needs to be lit up. Which is a bit of a task, but there's lots of like redstone, bit more redstone, lots of resources down here that are very useful. Probably more underneath all the lava. And yeah, like I'm flying past here, I'm seeing all of this stuff. I'm like, oh, I should really be gathering all of this because it's free. And all of my redstone for my builds and stuff so far has come from running away from them. It's all come from buying it from villagers. So if I don't have to do that, another geode. There you go. I'm finding all the geodes now. So there's torches and lit up space here. And this is where I gathered lava from for the nether portal. So we can another way back from here. Well, I love the spam bots that show up in chat. Okay. Whoa, you do get quite a lot of hide out of that. And then... Woohoo! These Power 3 rockets are going to take a little getting used to. Not sure whether I'll stick with them or not. But for now, they're fun. But at least now we're automatically generating gunpowder all the time. Slowly, but surely. And yeah, I'd like to have a little factory for the gunpowder to turn into... I mean, half TNT and half rockets. I suppose I can figure out... Maybe I want to... because it looks like I'm going to have way more paper than gunpowder, I think. If you check on the paper farm. Yeah, I mean, that's... It seems to split between these 2 boxes at the moment, but that's a decent amount. Is that... Oh, we got bones. Okay. Crafter was clogged. Oh, it was very clogged. Okay. And that's why... Okay. So friends of the stream, you will know that we installed the jumping paper because that was funny. But I'm going to have to uninstall the jumping paper. I do have some emeralds in my shulker box, so I'll go buy some glass. And we need to just sort that out. And we will have to light up the area as well. We'll grab some lanterns, I guess. Oh no. Emeralds, please. There was another librarian. Emphasis on the was. Oh no. The librarians have been murdered. Okay, well, we'll let them breed up and do what they've got to do. Are the farmers farming? They are. Huzzah! So at the very least, we need to stop all that paper from bouncing out. Because it's just... it's not worth it. And I've got nowhere to put it. Okay, so we'll just... Is that all the paper? Cool. We have saved the paper. So that's probably going to have to run for a little while now, just to catch up, because it's all backed up. You can tell that this farm is working very well, actually, because of all of this sugarcane that got backed up. But we've got 12 lanterns. That's my light source that I've got for today. And it just seems like these are becoming spawnable spaces. And if the mob doesn't despawn, it will burn up and then it will drop its drops. So we'll place 6 of these along here on each side. Hopefully that should be enough light. Look, let's make it look neat at least. That should be enough to stop any monsters from spawning in here. Hopefully. I assumed that they wouldn't spawn in the sugarcane, but apparently they can. So, you know, good to know. And we'll do a very quick little test by flying over here-ish. And I suppose that's a good example of maybe a spot where we should put in an item filter, which is a little bit of redstone and some hoppers and stuff. And then that could just filter through. Anything that is just sugarcane will go straight through, and then anything that is not sugarcane will go somewhere else. And you could like just set it to like go into a dispenser that is constantly shooting out, or detects when it's got stuff in it and it shoots out. And it could just shoot into a cactus or into lava or something, and that will destroy the items. So that anything that does end up in the sugarcane farm will not be an issue. So I just want to see how things are looking in here. Hopefully it all looks nice and bright. It does. Any sign of monsters? I'm not seeing any. I think the last thing we should do is just double check the autocrafter and the hoppers. Make sure there's no extra mob drops in them. That all looks clear on that side. That's the main one. And there's no other extra items that isn't sugarcane. So we fixed that little problem. I suppose there could be like stuff spawning up here, and then like if it dies over here, that could get sucked in. Maybe we need to spawn proof all of this as well. Up here. We'll just use the glass because it's free. Well, kind of free. So there and there, that should be spawn proofed. And there, that should be spawn proofed. At the very least. There we go. Whoa! I thought under there was lit up. Apparently not. I mean, not right here, isn't I suppose, but all of this is lit up. Madness. Villagers look okay. Let's go do a sleep. And they're still loving on each other, which is good, I guess. Do we have any... We could trade with him. We've got 11 durability left on the legs. They've lasted longer than I thought they would. There's been a lot of people going, oh no, the legs. So, we'll see if we can do anything about that. Maybe I'll put a couple more farmer job blocks on the other side here to get, or like spread them out. Maybe do one on each side. In the center of each like plot of land. That might get the land worked a bit more. But it's not, I mean, it's not really a problem because there are babies. So that part of things is working. What's your job? Oh, you're a leather worker. You're the leather worker. Ugh. Okay. Well, I think... unless I can find another guy, which I think has died. Oh, are you? Oh, okay. We've got... There's a toolsmith and a weaponsmith that have survived. Yeah, no, I think we're good for the day. That will be the stream. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I need to bring up my software. Hello. Why is it like that? We've got the creeper farm done. Took a bit longer than I thought, but oh well. It's done now. I can at least just leave that and know that it's done. And if I need extra gunpowder for something, we can just go up there and AFK during the day. During like my regular day at home. That kind of thing. So we can make sure there's lots of gunpowder for projects such as blowing up the nether for the netherite. But I think I'd like to get some more builds done at the very least very soon. Make some a couple of, at least like 2, maybe 3 big houses for villagers to live in. Maybe like a librarian, a toolsmith, weaponsmith, and armor smith guy in another house, and then sort of everyone else in another house. Because I don't need more than one butcher, but it's nice to have one. You know, maybe I could farm chickens and trade with him, because I think he does some okay trades a bit later on. It'd be nice to have every trade that is available in the game available to me. That's sort of a nice mini goal with the villagers, I think. But that involves things like all of the librarian villagers need to be like traded with or need to be rolled until we get all of the enchanted books at the maximum levels, that kind of thing. So that's sort of there's mini goals within bigger goals and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, hopefully we'll get some more toolsmiths soon so we can trade with them lots and see if there's any good enchantments to make some spare tools and things like that. Otherwise, I will be back in a couple of days on Saturday night for me, and we'll do another stream then, and we'll be able to go a bit later because it's not a school night and I don't have kids to take to school in the morning, essentially. But it's been a good time. Thank you everyone for the follows and for the likes for the gifts, for hanging out, for chatting, for lurking. All of the above. Very, very appreciate everyone for tuning in and hanging out. And I will see you guys on Saturday